What's a unisex? But my mother has James in her. My name and my dad Zeno, which is both unisex names. Are you doing the TA? I'm doing the tier list now. I'm doing the tier list now. Perfect. Right. Okay. So we're starting with Kunimitsu. The way we're going to do this, right? You know we do everything out of 10. So we're going to give a character... But this is how... this is how cheesy a character is, okay? So this is the cheese list, okay? This ain't the tier list. This is a tier list of cheese. So we're going to be rating a character out of 10 on how myself and Ray Team, well, we all make Ray Team. So it's really how you associate, but it's more of a girl's name. Okay, cool. Yeah, because you're a girl, right? So obviously it's a girl's name. Okay, so we're starting with Kunimitsu. I'm gonna give a rating, and then obviously the rating can be, you know, it can be adjusted just by what everyone's saying here. But we're gonna go from left to right. We're gonna make our way down, and you know, so that should be fun. We're gonna get started. Kunimitsu, I'm gonna give in terms of cheese, 50 out of 10. In terms of cheese, I'm gonna give Kuni a 10 out of 10. The reason why I'm giving Kuni a 10 out of 10 for cheese, you think only 6? Beans is being very generous. Kunimitsu is a 10 out of 10. Not only is she teleporting and all of this other stuff, she has a lot of... doesn't she have unblockable stuff? She has unblockables, she teleports. It's a whole leap of gimmick. It's a whole leap of... It's Gimmicksville. Literally. And if you don't know the matchup, you will be destroyed every single time. Plus she's got the kunai she can throw at you from like she can be in Tekken 8 and throw the kunai and it will hit you in Tekken 7, okay? Okay, so everyone's saying we're getting a range from 7 to 10. I'm really pushing for the 10, but just to match everyone else's opinion, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. That way we're all collectively giving Kunimitsu a 9 out of 10. We've already explained the reasons of why she is very cheesy, okay? So she's getting a 9 out of 10. She better not be in Tekken 8. Oh, should we do that? Do we want her in Tekken 8? I don't. And that's the thing. I like the look of Kunimitsu, but I just don't like what she gives. I feel like she's very... Yeah, just no. Put her in a Star Wars game or something, or Ninja Gaiden, you know? No, we say, see what I'm saying? The whole team is saying no to Kuni. We don't want Kuni, okay? Back up. Okay, cool. Moving on to Ganru. Ganru also gets a 9. For me, in terms of cheese, very cheesy character. Like, he's infamously known for gimmicks. That's all he's known for. There's no, like, real secure kind of stuff about him. Very, like, he is a very, yeah, put her in Street, she would last better in Street Fighter. But in terms of Ganru, I'm giving Ganru a 9 out of 10. Kane said 10 out of 10. I agree with Kane, to be honest, but I think a 9 out of 10. The only reason why I'm saying in terms of cheese that he's not a 10 is because I don't think he's fast enough to execute the stuff where he can be successfully cheesy. I feel like his size and his speed bring him down a bit because you can see the cheese. With Kunimitsu, you can't see the cheese. That's why as far as I'm concerned, she gets a 10 out of 10. We lowered it to 9 because you lot wanted to lower it. But she's so quick that you can cheese effectively with her. With Ganru, he's slow. So once you see something once, if you're quick, if your reactions are quick, he can't do it again. He's got that slow ass, the slow ass hell sweep. I think everyone knows what I'm talking about. Once you see that once, you can block it. Okay, it's not like Jin's hell sweep or something like that. So I'm gonna give Ganru like a 9. I'm gonna give him a 9 for cheese. Okay, Zafina gets like a 12 out of 10. Yeah, literally. We all know that Ganru is not lactose intolerant, okay? There's a lot of cheese in that system, okay? A lot of cheese in that system. Safina gets a 12 out of 10. I think probably she's probably the most cheesiest character in the game, in my personal opinion. She has a lot of stuff. 3 different stances. She's crawling on the floor. You know, she's digging her disgusting nails in the floor. I don't know, she licking your feet? I don't know what she's doing, yeah, but it's a very unconventional, very unique fighting style. If you don't know the matchup, you are getting cheesed to hell, okay? Cheese to hell, okay? She is on the floor half of the match. At least with other characters, like Lee, there's a That's too generous. I saw Safina 3... Really? I'm not even disputing that, because I know it's true. Even today, yeah, I was talking to K Noir. I think she's the cheesiest in the game. I was talking to K Noir, yeah, today. Shout out to K. And K Noir was like, oh, like there's a Safina player who's playing in a Tekken tournament. This was earlier on today. So I said, I'll give it a watch. I gave it a watch, and all the Safina person was doing is cheesing their, like, literally, because the person didn't know the matchup. It was over. It was over before it began. And she's on the floor. She's doing all of on the floor. The person's like, "What's going on?" They're trying to stamp on her like a bug, and then she's slithering around, and then she's behind them, you know, with the orb. It's too much. It's not conventional. So anyway, we've spoken enough about Safina. Safina gets a 12 out of 10, you know? It's a 10 out of 10 ranking we're supposed to be giving, but we're giving her a 12 out of 10, okay? We're moving on to... First of all, before we talk about cheesiness of this character I don't even know who she wants to be, okay? She was Puerto Rican in the first Tekken where she... She was Puerto Rican in the first Tekken that she, you know, that she appeared in. The next time she was a wrestler. The next time she's trying to do YouTube. What do you want to be? What do you want to be? What do you want to be? I think if they introduced her in the next game and said, you know, she suffers with an identity crisis, I'll be like, do you know what? I really do feel people can, you know, relate to this character. Sorry, I'm giving a backstory of this character first before I give the cheese rating, right? But okay, so in terms of cheese rating, I've seen some numbers being flung around. We're ranging from 7 to 9 with the cultural appropriator. Oh no, you did it! I'm joking. I think that's correct though. She might even be looking like Ariana Grande in her, you know, when she was trying to do her thing with the tan. She might be looking like that in the next game. They might call her Julia Grande. You never know. She could be a singer. I see Julia being a singer, don't you? No? She might be a pop star in the next game. Yeah. Marcy is saying, I've never seen a good Julia. Me either. I've just seen, all they do is cheese. They use the cheese moves, and a lot of Julia's stuff is guaranteed. So if you don't know anything about Tekken and you want to jump on the game, get season 2. You get all of these characters. I think they're the cheese characters. So you get Ganru, you get Julia. I think you get Safina and Anna. That's all in season 2, if I'm not mistaken. Marcia, correct me if I'm wrong, but she's very cheesy. You can get away with a lot. Do you know what? I can see her as a support teacher, or I can see her as an air hostess. No? You guys see it? Cabin crew. I see her as cabin crew. But anyway, I think Julia gets an 8 for cheese. I think there's because a lot of her stuff's guaranteed. Even if you want to block it, you know, she's got the best neutral in the game. Why am I talking about that when we're talking about cheese? She has a lot of cheese, but it's not as bad as these characters. Hell no. Hell no. She doesn't compare to these characters in terms of cheese. You can get away with murder with each of these. Literally. Okay, moving on. Marduk. I don't think Marduk has that much cheese. I feel like there's just the grab. Yeah, that's true. That's true what Marcia said. Oh, sorry. See, this is why I need to be correct. This is why Ray Team's here to correct me, like, literally. My apologies about Season 2. Don't buy Season 2. Don't buy Season 2. It doesn't contain those characters. Check out the description of Season 2 first before you buy it. It doesn't contain those characters. But, you know, the Season Passes do Season Pass things. Okay, Bean said Marduk is 9 out of 20. I think Marduk... I'm going to give Marduk an 8 out of 10. I think that he's not that cheesy. I think that he's strong, but he's not that cheesy. He does a lot of damage, but damage isn't cheese. Damage isn't cheese. This isn't a tier list for how powerful a character is. This is in terms of cheese. If you can tech his grabs, yeah. If you can tech his grabs, I don't really think he's not coming in with some kind of gimmick stuff. He just grabs you. Remember guys, you're not forgetting what cheese is. This is cheese. This is the cheese queen, okay? She also does some cheese. He is cheesy, and she doesn't even, we're not going to talk about her again. But Marduk, I mean, he's got a couple grabs. What's the problem? I don't really see it as remember, we're comparing it to these characters. He does a lot of damage, but I don't think he's high in the cheese category. This is my personal opinion. Obviously, Ray Team, give me your opinions. Big shout out to Kay in the chat. He can grab me, you know. Listen, Squeakly's on some different stuff. But I'm gonna give him an 8. What do you guys think? Do we need to round up or round down? I'm giving him an 8. You think 8's fair enough? Okay, so Bean says 8's fair enough. I would even say 7, to be honest. He's a 9. He's not a 9. This is a 9. This is a 9. You're comparing this to this. True, but I mean, you still have an option of getting out of the cheese. Like, if you're a 6, a younger version, however, you lot are so stupid. Hell Sweep and 3-way Oki. Yeah, but once again, like, low-level players are not doing that. They're not doing that. A low-level player can pick up these characters and go ham. They can make it to Emperor. With these characters, you can make it to Emperor very quickly. Very quickly. He's too slow. He's too slow. Moving on to Anna. Anna, I'm giving like a 7 out of 10. She literally just has the Hell Sweep. Actually, that's a lie. She's got 2 Hell Sweeps, but if you block down, you're fine. You think so? You think Marduk can carry you there? I don't think so. I think you're giving everyone's giving Anna like a 6 out of 10. Queen, you know, I'm dead. Anna's not that bad compared to these characters. Well, actually, let's lower it from 7 to 6. So Anna, I pick Anna as a secondary character just because, you know, it's just a throwaway. She is not doing what these characters are doing. She can't carry you to success. She can't. She can carry you to a mid-tier. You can probably get to Fujin with her. Definitely. And that's reliant on everyone else not knowing what she's doing. But, nah. Nah, she's got 2 Hell Sweeps. 50-50s and all that stuff. But cheese-wise, she's just got 2 Hell Sweeps. That's all. You can't cheese with anything else, really. Yeah, see, everyone's giving Anna like a 6 out. So we're going to give Anna like a 6. Geese. Oh, my God. I think Geese gets like a 9. Anyone with projectiles, you can do whatever you want with, basically, in this game. Double Fast Falcon! I don't know what it's called, but something like that, where he's literally slaying. I'm dead. Everyone's getting angry. Everyone's getting angry in the chat. Some people left as soon as I did Geese. Like, Geese, I think, is a 9 out of 10. Projectiles. Basically, you're playing Street Fighter when you're playing this game. When you're playing Geese. I feel like he has a lot of cheat. He can pick you up from the ground, like so. Double rebuke. There we go. It's a lot. Geese is a lot. He's anyone who's 2D. I mean, he's difficult to use, but if you know, yeah. It's a 9. It's a 9 because we're talking about characters in their entirety. So Geese gets a 9. I feel like we try. Yeah, it's true. I don't really feel to talk about these three characters here, but I think they're all the same. Eliza, I've played Eliza people now. Yeah, this woman is about a 9. Honestly, if you don't know the matchup, she is blowing you up. There's a lot of her whole moves list is cheese, and there's a lot of people who use her. Like secretly, like they're like, oh, you know, just picked her up, and they know how to do all of her dive kick. It's a lot of cheese, a lot of cheese. I think she gets, like, for me, she gets a 9. I lost like 5 to 6 games in a row, like when I was playing against who was I playing? I was playing against Veshi. You lot can watch that back if you want to. And okay, so Kay's giving her a 7. I think, like, for me, a 9. She gets a 9. We'll round it down though. 7, 9. We'll round it down to an 8. So she can get an 8. She can get an 8. A lot of cheese though. Projectiles, everything. She has it all. Noctis is the same thing. I think he gets. I think he gets higher than her though. I think he gets like a Noctis is an NO. You know. Problem is, I don't know the matchup. Yeah, but that's the thing, Kay. Like the whole thing about this is, it's like, if you run into these people online, here's the scenario we're given. If you run into these people online and you don't know the matchup, what's the chances of them winning? And these characters, you'll win. You won't win with her. I'm not too sure about him, because you can rush him down. He's slow. With these characters, you'll win. Guaranteed. If someone doesn't know the matchup, you're winning. You're winning. And him, you're winning. Her, you're winning. Him, you're winning. Noctis is like 9. Literally. Because it's the same thing as these ones. Honestly. He gets a 9. I don't even want to explain him too much. We're moving on. I just can't stand Noctis. Right. Le Hu Long. He probably gets a 10 out of 10. Oh my god. This man can fall on the floor and recover health. Yoshimitsu style. He can fall asleep. 10 out, we're gonna give him a solid 10 out of 10. And if you don't know why, just literally type in Lei Hulong online on Google, okay? And just see what he's got, because bruh, he's got about 15 million stances. He can go into I don't know what that one's called, into that again. I'm actually doing these right. I'm surprised. I'm looking at myself on camera. I'm like, you look right doing that. But he's got like a million stances. He's got a million stances, and it's all silly. It's all silly. I think he's got like 5 hell sweeps as well. It's just all silly. Trust me. Trust me. And then like some of his moves hit like low and high. So even if you crouch, it's still... Anyway. Armor King. 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10. I think even 2 in terms of cheese. 5 out of 10. I feel like he's a very honest character. You can't really cheese with him. What can you do? You think Armor King has cheese? I don't. I really don't think the only thing Armor King has is that breath. Yeah, I think like probably a 4. I would say 4 out of 10. I think he's really honest. Like, if anyone's getting you with him, like, it's, you know, pet the kitty, and I'm so dead. I can't stand you, Squiggles. Right, we're going to give him like a 4 out of 10. Okay, Negan. 10 out of 10. You can cheese your way to the top. He has the bat. He has the bandana. I don't know about the bandana, but you know. All of these characters are a 9. I feel like we don't even need to explain the reason why they're a 9. This woman is in front of your face and stuff. It's all too much. It's all too much. Okay. Fukuram is a 9. Leroy, we don't need to explain these characters. I'm sorry. If anyone's watching this back and you're a main of these characters, we know you're cheesing, okay? There's no such thing as honesty when you're picking these 4 characters. There's nothing honest about you at all. Same with these 4. There's nothing honest about you too, like at all. These ones, maybe you can be a bit, maybe a bit. Like, you know, you will see someone sidestep something with these characters. I'm not sure about her, but these characters, you might see a sidestep. Her too. You might see a sidestep. Same with Marduk. In order to get that damage and grab you, they have to learn how to sidestep something. They can't just run in and grab. That doesn't work all the time. But these characters, yeah, you're just, you know, if you're using them, The cheese level is through the roof, okay? So they all get a 10. Oh yeah, his cheese did get nerfed. Okay, so he gets a 9. Yeah, literally, this is what I'm saying. So, Marcia said that, right, let me read it. I thought of spamming Lydia, she only used one combo and I couldn't counter it. This is what I'm saying. And you lot, yeah, not you lot here, because we know what we're on, innit? Ray Team knows what we're on. But stop listening to all of these people talk about these tier lists every 5... Well, not me, because we're talking about it collectively. But when people are like, oh, the character's been nerfed, they're not really, you know, doing what they need to do anymore. Don't listen to them. Pick up the character yourself and actually try the character out. Because quite a lot of these lists here that people are putting out are discouraging people from picking people. And you'll be surprised, sometimes you can really get in with certain characters just because some person online has been like, oh, you know, they're really bad because they don't have what all these other characters have. And it's like, it might not work for you, but it might work for me, you know? So just try out. You never know. Not every day it needs to be the same meta characters and get. It's just so boring, you know? Just saying. Anyway, moving down. Oh my god, do we have another solid 10? He's okay, but not nearly as good as the other two. Yeah, of course. I agree with that, Bean. I agree with that. So we have Master Raven next. What are you guys gonna give Master Raven? I thought a Gigas was trash until I saw a Fuji. This is what I'm saying. Oh, we give Master Raven an 8. I think Master Raven gets a 9. If you think she's bad, I feel like Master Raven is less than Kuni. I would say 8. 8 out of 10 for Master Raven. We're saying 8 or 9. We'll round it to an 8.5. Okay, but she's got teleport. She's got unblockable. She's got quite a lot of this stuff. She's got substitution. It's a lot. She's built on cheese, so she gets an 8 out of 10. Nina, I just don't see what kind of cheese. Well, what they say is they say that people do can opener. They say that if you want to cheese with Nina, can opener. That's what they say, and can opener can be blocked by anyone who knows how to parry, which is like 70% of the game. Yeah, but I still think that you have to learn the character in order to cheese with them. With all the rest, I personally, and I'm not just saying this on because I'm a Nina main, but I can't say it. No one can tell me in this chat that Nina is the same cheese as Julia or Kunimitsu or even Anna. Would you say that Nina is the same cheese as Anna? Would you say that? This is what I'm saying. Marcio is a very experienced player. So is Kay, but Kay's trying to raise the bar for some odd reason in the background, you know? She's not the same cheese as any of the... Like, would you put her as the same cheese as Master Raven? No. Like, in terms of what she has, she's very honest, you know? You have to cancel everything to get stuff going. The only cheese element she has is can opener. This is what I'm saying. I would give Nina like a 5 out of 10 for cheese. Honestly, if you learn how to parry can opener, you've beat her. In terms of people who want to cheese with her, you beat her. There's nothing else she can do, okay? There's nothing else she can do to really open you up. Unless they sweep the floor, you can see that coming. Like yeah. I'll give Nina like a 5 out of 10. I think that's reasonable. I'm just saying, if anyone wants to argue, you know, type in the comments. Yoshimitsu, I mean... Yeah, I don't think you can cheese with Leo. We haven't even gotten to Leo though, but Yoshimitsu, I'm going to give Yoshimitsu like a 9. Because if you don't know, him, and remember guys, oh my god, I'm shouting, sorry. What we're saying is, the whole scenario of this, just to remind people who are tuning in and stuff. The scenario of this, is if you've met these people in a matchup online and you didn't know the character, how successful would you be in winning if they were cheesing you, okay? So once again, if you met a Nina online that was cheesing you, you would parry her within 2 seconds, okay? If someone's doing can opener, if that's the only thing they have. If you're meeting a Kunimitsu online and you don't know nothing about her, they've won the match. 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 Might win the match. Won the match. Won the match. Won the match. Won the match. Not winning the match. Won 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 the match. Might not win the match. Won the match. Okay? That's where we're at so far. Yoshi gets like an 8/9 out of 10. 8.5 to be fair. Because he's got a lot of stuff. If you don't know him, I picked him up for like 2 days. I still don't know him. I don't know who this man is. I do not know this man. If I saw this man walk in the street, I would walk past this man. Next! Dragunov. I would say he's like a 2 out of 10 for cheese. What cheese does Dragunov have? I think he's got the I don't know what that is. The move that's bare plus. You just keep spamming that. I've forgotten what it is. I'll give Dragunov like a 2 out of 10. He's so honest. So honest, like, so honest. You can't really get that much out of him. Unless you really... Oh, yeah, the what? But I mean, for someone to learn while running, Beans, like, you know? If someone's going to learn while running, they deserve to win, as far as I'm concerned. Like, if they're in your face doing while running, they deserve to win. So Dragunov gets a 2 out of 10. Very honest character. No, hardly any cheese. Oh my god, this guy gets a 20 out of 10 for cheese. Honestly, I feel like this character is carried. If there's any harangue mains in here, sorry, not sorry. We've seen how you lot play online. We've seen it. It's all like literally. What they'll do is they'll power crush him because you know the stance is power crush. Oh my god, they'll destroy you. And they gave him a new launch as well. He can cheat. You can cheese your way to victory. High level harangue though, you know, requires more execution. He's got the stance changes and all of this stuff. You know, you're worrying about that stuff a lot more on high level. I would say harangue's like a 20 out of 10 for me. 20 out of 10. You can cheese your way to victory. You can cheese your way to Tekken God with this character. Honestly, even if you do know the matchup, it's still a difficulty if they decide to cheese their way, you know. So I'm saying 20 out of 10. The majority of people are saying in the chat, they're saying saying 8 or 9. Yeah. Law has a lot of cheese as well. I wouldn't say as much cheese as harangue. I'll give Law like a 7 out of 10. There's a lot of, he has that hell sweep that people bang it out. Oh my god. Some people, that's the only thing they're using. 90 stances. If you don't believe his bogus, look at case. This is what I'm saying. I feel like harangue is a 20 out of 10. Sorry. Law's an 8. Are you thinking an 8? I feel like 7. Dragon, yeah, this is what I'm saying. Dragon Tail, eh. We're almost halfway through, guys. We're almost halfway through. Thank you so much for staying with me. Okay. I'm going to upload this afterwards as well. Okay, so Kay is giving Law a 6. So we've got a range from 6 to 10. I mean, we've got a range from 6 to 8. We'll give Law a 7 then. Ratings just decided that Law gets a 7. The reason why is because Dragon Tail, bro, watch. Okay, it's so funny. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it after this. Shaheen. Do we need to say anything about Shaheen? Shaheen just gets like a 2, maybe like a 1. A 2 or 1. No one even knows what this guy can do. Like, he's so beige. Shaheen, very honest character. Oh, we're gonna watch Arsenality. Law is 9. I've never seen a Law use any move besides Dragon Tail and the Power Crush. Yeah, it's true. Oh my god, that part, Marcia. That part. Literally, Dragon Tail and Power Crush. That's all they've got. Online, a cheesy Law. That's all they're doing. We're seeing you. can opener online. We've seen you. That's all you do. Literally. Power Crush can opener. It's not effective though, but you know. Dragon Tail Power Crush. Not effective. Shaheen gets like a 3. Moving on. Oh my god, this one. 15 out of 10. Kazuya. I don't know about... What would you not give Kazuya in terms of cheese? Alright, now I'll watch it after I finish streaming, Bean. I'll watch it, trust me. What are we giving Kazuya out of 10? See, no one respects Shaheen. Okay, so Kazuya's like a 5 out of 10 in terms of cheese. It's just electric, innit? Toria, Mars, Toria. With the coconut hairstyle, the signature coconut hairstyle. He's not cheese at all, but I'm biased because I played past Tekken games, so his moves are all predictable. Yeah, but I feel like that's the same as her. Same thing. She's been in the game from Tekken 1. And you're trying to tell me people haven't learned her 12 moves she's got. Anyway. 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10. K saying 4. 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10. Heihachi, he's very high. I think about 9? In terms of cheese, everyone always looks over this old man. And he's dangerous, okay? He's dangerous. You wouldn't walk past this. If you saw him in real life, you wouldn't walk past him with that hair thinking that he's normal, would you? You would smell the cheese. I just don't think you lot have seen Heihachi, like real cheesy Heihachis. You can really cheese with him. Hey, Sugar Daddy, you know, I'm so dead. I'm sick of you. I'm sick. Kane, I'm sick of you. I'm sick of your mess. I'm so dead. Out of 10? So you lot are saying from 6 to 8. I think you lot... Anyway, we're going to do what you lot want. So we've decided it's 7 then. We're going to give an average of 7. Cheesy Heihachi don't exist because the players are honest. Fair enough, fair enough. I don't know too much about this character to even judge her. Does anyone know what to give her out of 10? For cheese. What are we giving her out of 10 for cheese? Really? A 9? Is she really cheesy? I've seen her do the lion stuff. Is it a tiger or a lion? It's a tiger, isn't it? 3 or 4? Dang. People are saying 9. You lot are saying that her cheese is the same as these people's cheese. Is that what you're saying? Because I don't see that. I don't see that. She's not on the same level as these people. There's no way. There's no way. To be honest, all of the DLC apart from Armor King is just Cheese City like. Oh, okay, so she's just similar to Kazuya. Okay, cool. So what are you not giving her? You're not giving her 5? 5 or 6, yeah? Okay. Oh, F her, you know, I'm so dead. Oh, is she? Okay. Okay, we're gonna give her a 7 then. We'll give her a 7. Fair enough. Skip. Skip. Okay, skip. Okay, moving on to Lars. I'm joking. We are skipping her because she's just ridiculous. We'll give... since Kane is here, we're going to give Lily an actual rating this time. Shout out to Kane. In terms of cheese, Lily, what are we saying for Lily? I say 9. Hold on. If If it was down to me, we would skip this character. But I do love Kane. What are we giving? Oh, did he? You know, might have to check that after my stream then. I think Lily's an 8, maybe an 8.5. She's got the best sidestep in the game. Honestly, if that's not cheese, I don't know what is. She has the best sidestep in the game. She can 360 you off of one sidestep. I think that's, you know, she can jump on your head. She's very Xiao Yu. She can jump on your head. Everything she has basically low crushes. Everything low crushes. Not the best. She's not the best cheese character, but she's very much up there. I think she's like an 8. Oh, what? Steve has the best sidestep. I didn't know Steve has the best sidestep. I thought it was her. You're my Okay, so we're giving Lily an 8 out of 10. Big shout out to our Lily main in here, Kane. We love you, Kane. Right, Lars. No, he doesn't. Look, here we go. Here's a Steve main. Okay, a Steve main is now arguing. We need to get through the list, though. We need to get through the list. We're past halfway in what, guys? We're past. Lily and Safina have the best sidesteps in the game. You lot are too funny. Right, Lars. I'm giving Lars an 8. I feel like Lars is kind of in the same league as Lily. Don't you? I think these two are in the same league. They're just full of BS. Honestly. I feel like Lars and Lily they're both L's as well. The loser team, you know. Loser. Yeah, I think an 8. What do you guys think? Okay, Bean thinks an 8 too. Lars gets an 8. There's a lot of cheese involved. If you don't know his movement, and you have a matchup with him, he can whiff a lot of your stuff just by moving around. One cheese pizza made for yours truly. Skip Xiao Yu. I mean, Xiao Yu is a very much party character. Xiao Yu gets like a 12 out of 10. She is one of the most cheesy characters in the game. Honestly, it doesn't even matter if you know the matchup or not. She will still cheese you to death. Honestly, she can go under any mid. I think a 12 out of 10. Honestly, 12 out of 10. You're not saying 10. She gets a 12 out of 10. Shout out to all the Xiao Yu mains, but we know what you're on. Do I need to look at the camera this one? What? Who picks up the game and says I want to pick Xiao Yu? What is up with that? But anyway, let me back up now. Back up. So Jack, I don't know. Why does Jack look like John Travolta? Aren't you not seeing this? Why am I only seeing this now? Jack looks like John Travolta. Are you not seeing this? I'm definitely seeing the right thing. Don't you think? Do you know what I think? I think she's toned down in Tekken 8 though. She doesn't look as like Xiao Yui. She looks kind of honest. Jack 7 is a 7. Okay, fair enough. I don't really know too much about Jack, so I don't know. No one really picks him. So I don't know, but we're collectively, Ray Team's given Jack a 7. Okay, a 7. That's fine. Lee. I don't really see Lee as like super cheesy, but he can be cheesy at times. It just depends who's using him. I think in terms of cheese, Lee gets a 6. I think Lee cheese is very similar to like Anna cheese, but he can Nina cheese, but he can get away with more because of his movement. So I think like a 6. Okay, Kane's given Lee like a 5 out of 10. Dumb tiny school. Yeah, 6. What do you think? You're gonna give him more? What do you think, Kay? We're giving him like a 6, no? 4 or 5? Nah. I feel like if you know how to use Lee and you know all of his, his gimmicky stuff, you can really get that going. He's moving like Chung-Li with the kicks. If you approach him wrong and he is kicking before you come, you're gonna be trapped in that kick. Launch, you're at the wall. He's got the wall carrier. Well, all of this stuff is not even cheesy. It's very honest. But yeah, we're not doing these. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Yeah, but that's the same as her though. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so Lee gets 5.5 infinite kick and slide. Lee gets like a 5. That's the same as her though. Same thing. What's the difference? Lee gets like a 5.5. Yeah, we're not doing the bears. They're not real. They're not real. I don't even feel to do Eddie either. Eddie just gets an instant 10. Feng. What are we saying about Feng? Because Feng is cheesy. Oh my god. Feng's cheesy, I mean, yeah, you do it. Omelette du fromage, just like Dexter's Laboratory. 9 or 10. I think we're giving 10 to both of these people. 10, 10. 10, 10. And you can't even trust a man with those eyebrows, can you? Can you? You can't trust a man with those eyebrows. Yeah, sorry, these two, they're not real. This isn't real. This isn't real. This can be this can be taken off the software at any time. These two here. There's no way I'm going to be rating a panda eating, sugar cane. I'm not doing that, okay? So, moving on to Leo. As a previous Feng main, I've gotten so much hate. I'm telling you. Okay, let me just tell you guys this. If you are trying to play Tekken, right? And you're thinking, let me go in, I really want to meet people and, have people message me and stuff. Pick this character. Pick one of these characters. I guarantee, sorry, not maybe this one. Pick these two characters though, this is guaranteed. You'll get a message within the first 5 minutes. You'll get, Kay's an idiot. You'll get a message within the first, 5 minutes saying that people want to report you. You will get reports, but it's all part of the love of Tekken, I suppose. Leo, I just don't like Leo in general, but it is what it is. Everyone knows that fur around your neck must smell like poo. Okay, but you've been wearing it for a whole 6 years. Oh my god, that'll be a great one. So we're gonna do the next tier list is gonna be the most hated characters. Leo has, I don't know if Leo has cheese. But Leo has it's just stuff people don't know. It's stuff people don't know. So it's like he or she, I don't know what's going on, but they're able to do these strings that no one knows. No one knows. And then if you press a button at any time, it's counter hit, with anything. So would you describe that as cheesy though, or just not knowing strings? Yeah, I literally, and my cousin plays Leo main. It is so annoying, but it is what it is. So we're giving a 7. Giving a 7 to Leo. Alyssa. I feel like her whole moves list is cheese, but I don't think it's effective cheese. I think Alyssa gets an 8. She's in the same category as these two. Maybe even more. But these three are in the same thing. They're in the same thing. I'm going to give her an 8. Okay, someone said 9. Bean said 9. Kay said 7. So we've got 7 till 9. So we're balancing on my 8. Has anyone got any other rating to give this character? For those of you who don't know the character, she can change her arms into chainsaws. That's all plus. When she's doing all that stuff, it's all plus. Locking you down. We're going to give you a little selection of the outfits. we're gonna do another tier list of who's got the best outfit. I played Tekken 6 the other day, and even the CPU in story is OP. This is what I'm saying. Crazy, innit? Oh yeah, she is the same as Katrina. Okay, so we're gonna give Alyssa like an 8.5. If we're giving these lot an 8, we'll give her an 8.5. How does that sound? Asuka, in terms of cheese, she gets like a 10. Sorry, that parry alone put her on 10. I feel like you're not gonna say like she gets like an 8 when I don't think so. I think she's probably I think she's the easiest person to play in the game. Honestly, my personal opinion. I know that some people will be like, no, it's not. It's someone else. But no. Asuka, you can get away with murder. She is the easiest character in the game, and you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. Whereas if you're gonna spam parry, then a person's gonna like try to lower you or run up to you and grab you. I think that's the only options you can do. And if then the person says, "Oh, I'm not gonna spam parry anymore," you know, let me go for a low. You can just parry them. Low parry this time, because you're expecting it. Yeah, Asuka I think is like, she's like 17. Oh, you can chicken her. Okay, cool, fair enough. I think a 10, but everyone's saying 9, so we're gonna round it down to 9. Fair enough, and that's Asuka for you. Gigas gets no ratings. I mean, I've played Gigas. I actually like Gigas, you know, unbiased opinion. But yeah, he doesn't have anything. What does he have? Apart from those, you know, apart from the tubes hanging out of his arse. I don't know. Claudio, in terms of cheese, is that inside? Oh, it's outside, thank God. There was like a whole wasp trying to get in my room. 5! Gigas for 5! What does he have? Hey, Slayer Gameplays, how are you? Welcome to my station. We're doing a tier list of the cheesiest characters. You think Claudio gets an 8? What's cheesy about Claudio? Claudio's so honest. What is cheesy about Claudio? I feel like Claudio gets like a 4 or 5. He has a broken what? I need to see what you're saying. I need to log on. He has a broken grab. What grabs that? I need to start using that. What grabs that? What grab are you talking about? I really do think Gigas and Claudio are the same rating. They're both just so, you know. But unbiased opinion. Remember, Nee said that Claudio is, you know, S tier or something like that, and everyone's like, what? Hey, he's S tier on PC, or I can't remember, PC or PS4. I can't remember. You don't have to watch the interview. But yeah, I'm just like, what are you talking about? Really? I'm gonna have to check that out. We're gonna have to check out that grab. We're gonna have to check out that grab. We'll probably do it afterwards. Apparently he has a broken grab that I haven't been using, so I need to start using it. Okay, Devil Jin. Wait, what did we give Claudio? A 5? We gave these two 5s. No, we gave him a 3 and him a 5, I think. 3. What? Really? I'm gonna have to check that out. Yeah, he has 1 command grab. Really? Bean, I'm gonna have to check that out, like. What grab's that? 50 to 60. Okay, we're gonna be checking out this information after this tier list, okay? Right, let's go. So, Jin, Devil Jin. What ranking are we giving Devil Jin out of 10? Yeah, do you know what? Same here, Marcia. So, Marcia said every Devil Jin I face key charges. Same here. I think it's a thing. I'm gonna give Devil Jin like a 6 or a 7. Bean says like a 6. I agree. I think like 6. I think 6. Okay, everyone's gone to the 6. What are the reasons for it are he's got the beams and stuff. He's got the air. I think it's the air throw that makes him a 6. Apart from that, but you can just sidestep that. It's not really a problem anymore, you know. With the key charge, maybe. Jin, it is. That is annoying. Jin, I think, gets like a 7. He's the perfect character. Yeah. We're gonna do that next. We'll do that next. Not in this stream though, but like we'll do it. I'll do that. Should I do that tomorrow? I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do the most hated characters in Tekken tomorrow. We'll do that. We'll do a toxic tier list. Oh, I love that. 2 T's. Toxic tier list. Right, let's do that. So Jin, what are we giving Jin? What are we saying? What are we saying? What are we giving Jinny? Jinny. Is Slayer still here? Slayer gameplay, is he still here? Jin gets 0. What? You don't think Jin has cheese? Really? Are you guys playing with me? I think a 7 is fair enough. So we're all saying like 7, yeah? 7, 8, well, we're going to balance on the 7. Is that alright? I think 7. We'll give Jin 7. Katarina, 6. We're going to give 7. We'll round up to 7. We got 6 to 8, which makes 7 in a round up, yeah? You're joking. Katarina. Someone said we're going to vote Katarina the same as Alyssa. So it's like Katarina gets like an 8.5. Do you know what? Kane's right about that, but I feel like he does have other stuff. He has the parry. The parry can parry anything in the game. I think he can parry elbows. Can't he parry elbows too? It's like his parry's like Leroy's. So that's instantly cheese. Okay, Katarina gets 8.5. Moving on. If they use the watermelon paper suit. He can parry everything in the game. He's like Leroy. And that in itself is the most cheesiest thing in the, like, do you know what I mean? He takes the crown, he takes the parrying crown. He can parry anything in the game. Even gun, I think he can, even if you shoot him, he can parry that. Pow, pow, pow. The gunshots. Yeah. Jin's only broken in the right hands, but it's still, you know. Hey, Mercy's here. We just spoke about your character. We all hate your character, okay? Collectively. Okay. Okay. So we're moving on to Josie. What are we giving Josie, guys? In terms of the cheese that Josie has. Out of 10. I don't think Josie has that much cheese. She has that, you know, she's leaning back like she's drunk and then she's running in to kick your shin. That's not doing anything. You could just hop kick that. You think a 9? Really? Is kicking your shin the ultimate cheese? She is not a 9. Remember, guys, these characters are 10s. 9, 10, you know? 10. 15 out of 10. You know, 10. No, she got a 9, didn't she? She got a 9. 9. 7? 10. You know? She is not in that same league. She is literally backing up, you know, and trying to kick you or launch you. And you have to do the backup thing. You can't just do it. Yes, it's all fake pressure. I feel like she gets a 6. 4 to 6 is very... No, I think 4's too low. 4's too low. She gets a 6. So we're going to round it down to a 6. That's fine. Paul Phoenix. I think Paul is... I was trained by Biggs. I know this. Yes, it's fake pressure. A lot of it's fake pressure. Paul Phoenix is very cheesy, you know. For those of you who overlook this character, he is very cheesy. You can get a lot from this guy from being cheesy. Hell sweeps. You know, half of the stuff's plus. Yeah, you have to keep remembering 10 is like 10 is basically this, half of this row is 10. So when you lot are like, oh 9, it's like, well, you're saying that, you know, they're Julia level? No, they're not. In terms of cheese, they're not up here. These are the cheesiest characters of the game, you know? I wouldn't say Anna though. Anna's not in the same league as these people. Oh my god, these people, you can become Tekken God with any one of these people any day. Like any day, on a sick day, you can become Tekken God with these characters. Trust me, it's not hard. Death Fist is the only thing I worry about with this guy. Yeah, it's true, you know. You can remove... Actually, Paul gets like a 7. I think like a 7 and 8. A 7/8. Why not? So are we saying 7.5 for Paul? Is that alright? Is that what we're saying? Steve Fox. I don't know what to rate him. I need help. I need help with Steve. What are we rating Steve? Because I don't know. I don't want to hit K Noir's opinion on this one. So just stay out of this. You just stay out of this. Okay, if you know what's good for you. Don't need to go and get a drink quickly. Everyone else, what is your opinion with Steve? I don't want to be hearing I don't want to be hearing the Steve Main's opinion. Okay, so I'm hearing 8. I'm hearing 8. Same as Paul, so like a 7/8. So you don't think that these two are in the same league, yeah? Okay, interesting. Steve is a 7. I'm a main, so probably biased. That's what K Noir said though. So Steve Mains will rate Steve a 7 in terms of cheese. Okay. Paul is worse than Steve. I know, right? But I'm trying to think of... So we gave Paul a 7.5? And we gave Steve a 7. Or is it an 8/7? I think we gave 8 and then 7. Okay, fair enough. King? What are we giving King? What's up to everyone who's in the background as well? My name is Ray. We're doing a tier list of cheese, okay? Of the cheesiest characters, and we're rating them out of 10. We rate everything out of 10 here. We don't do the whole, you know, putting play point into S rank and all that stuff. We don't do that here. We do everything out of 10. I feel like that way everyone understands the ranking out of 10 for each character. We give a breakdown of each character. 7.7. Okay, cool. If you can break his grab combo, okay, fair enough. Why 7.7? Like that's so specific. That's so specific. And that's funny though. But why is it? Why 7.7? Okay, 6.7. Why is everyone saying 7? Okay, King is a 6. Do you know who I was watching earlier as well? What's his name again? The King player, the famous King player. What's his name again? Is it Little Margin? There we go. I was watching him before and he was getting the damage in, okay, with this character. He was getting the damage. Alright? As soon as there's a wall, what? You think you're getting up? If he has his rage drive loaded, there's so much cheese going on. Bang! Like you see that move? You see his rage drive? Bang! As soon if you're grounded, standing, jumping in the air, twirling around, it's catching you, okay? And if that catches you, you're done. You're done. Do you know how much damage it is guaranteed? And then after that, it's just bang on the floor, get back up, and it's Oki time. So, you know, he can run into you and grab and this, that. What's it? The knee? I forgot what it's called. Shining Wizard? Anyway. A lot of stuff this character has. You're not giving him a 6? Fair enough. Brian Fury. The half-dead man. I would cheese in. Hatchet kick. Snake edge. He's got knees and elbows. You can just fling them out. Hope for the best. It will counter hit launch. It does all the time. He's definitely not up here. In terms of mix up, I don't know if he might be the same like kind of thing as Steve. I feel like he's in Steve and Paul category. Personally, I think he's like a 7, 6, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5. I would give him. What are we thinking? Make sure you go and grab your make sure you go and grab the lunch bean. Brian Cheesy how? You don't think 6 point? You don't think 6.5? I think 6.5. 6.5. This is what I'm saying. You can't really get like a Brian Main's opinion about it. Because they'll be like, I play super honest, I never do that stuff. There's people who do that stuff. Let me just remind you. I'll remind you. Okay? There's people who do that stuff and are very successful in doing the stuff, okay? If they're mixing in Snake Edge with this other stuff, listen, there's people I know who do this particular setup. There's people I personally know who do this particular setup I'm talking about. Where they will do a plus move, the hop kick. Oh my god, the hop kick, Snake Edge, wake up, Snake Edge, hop kick, Snake Edge, and they're very successful in doing so. They will win matches. They will win a match. Okay, it's happening. They will win. So not everyone is doing taunt jet upper and trying to play Brian like the super honest way, sidestepping and doing all of that. They're not doing that. They're trying to do Snake Edge mix-ups, I'm dead. I mean, I wouldn't say mix-ups, but I wouldn't say mix-ups, but some people are really utilising that Snake Edge, okay? Anyway, what are we giving Brian? I think like a 6. A god like me will never, I'm so dead. Now, word on the curb is that you taught people how to play like that. I won't mention their names. But anyway, so what are we giving Brian? I'm dead. Right, okay, cool. What are we giving Brian? Why is everyone paused on Brian for? No one even likes Brian anyway. I say we give him like a 2. So do Beans, so do I. I feel like Snake Edge is one of them moves where it's like, it's so slow that you don't react to it. It's like, are you really doing that? That's what I think in my mind. My mind's like, are they really doing that? And then it hits me and I'm like, oh my god, it hit me. It's like, you see like some people when a car's coming, right? I'm not wishing this upon anyone, but if a car was coming to run someone over and they freeze, they're like, the car's not really going to hit me, is it? And it bang, Up in the air, sandwich out of the bag. Oh, lunch! You're trying to grab the sandwich. You drop to the floor. You do a roll. You get up. And you claim, that's when you call your insurance immediately. Okay, moving on to Bob. Do we even like Bob? Bob looks like he stinks. Bob looks like his jewelry is fake and he stinks. I feel sorry for the car if it crashed into me. You're such an idiot. Deer in headlight. Yeah, there we go. That's the saying, isn't it? Deer in headlights. Share. When I see a Snake Edge, I block low. then I'm like, why is that move so slow? When I realized, yeah, see, that's what happens. But Brian Mains don't know that because they don't go against that all the time. So they'll be flinging that out and talking about, oh, you know, it's so reactable. Shut up. Shut up. He's another... What tier? What are we giving Bob? What are we giving Bob? Bob does look like he stinks though. Bob looks like he farts and he thinks that no one knows about it. Don't you get that vibe from him? Like if he was in the same room, he would fart and then he would pretend, you know, I can't smell anything. Don't you think so? And he looks like one of those people who would have ketchup here and still be talking to you. Okay, so people are giving Bob a 6 or a 7. Bob is like one of the most cheesiest characters in the game. Apparently he got hit by a trolley. I love that. Trolleys in inverted commas. A trolley is like a it's like a thing you use at the supermarket. What do you guys call it? Do you call it supermarket or do you call it what do you guys call it? It's not the mall, it's something else. Grocery store? I don't know. We just say supermarket over here. Okay, so everyone's giving Bob a 7. Fair enough. Miguel. Sorry, but what's the difference between Miguel and you know, the guy who died in Resident Evil? What's the difference? Aren't they wearing the same jacket? Grocery store. There we go. Grocery store. Now, if you guys don't... What was he called? Luis. He was called Luis. If you guys don't know who I'm talking about, there was a guy in Resident Evil who looked exactly like Miguel, and he was named Luis, and he had the same chest hair, the same hairstyle, the same face, the same tan, same height, same boots, just everything. Everything was the same. And I was thinking, damn, these games really do... When they want to get the Spanish man involved, they really do go for this preset, don't they, of the Spanish guy. But okay, cool. Everyone's giving Miguel a 6. So... Okay, cool. That's a different one though, isn't it? No, we're going to do that for a different tier list. See, you're not giving me ideas. Kane, we'll do that for a different tier list. Should we do that one tomorrow? Do you not want to do a toxic tier list tomorrow, or do you want to do the best looking character in the game tomorrow? We'll do the best looking tier list. But thank you so much, guys. This has been my tier list. I'm going to make sure that this is sectioned out from the rank matches and stuff in a normal video, so I'll upload it separately. Okay, cool. So we'll do a toxic one tomorrow then. Thank you for watching, everyone. Thank you for joining. Make sure you comment underneath what you think. If you have any discrepancies over anything I've said about your main character, pick up a phone and call me, baby. We out here in these streets. I'm joking. I'll see you guys. Right, returning to the Celestion. No, wasn't we supposed to do something?